What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Spooky Nerd Club. Today I have a new special guest here with me, and it's the horror girl herself. Say hello to the people.
Hello.
In today's video, we'll be talking a little about the Terrifier franchise and some of our expectations for part 3. Let's get right into it. First question I would like to ask you is, where were you like when we first saw the Terrifier?
Well, I definitely watched it on Tubi the first time I saw it, and I'm pretty sure it was kind of like, oh, like, this is weird, let's throw this on. Like, I hadn't even heard about it, and I didn't even know who Damien Leone was either. I was not expecting it to be like that, and I definitely was not expecting it to be, like, as gory as it was, which was cool. It was a good surprise.
D.
Hey, handsome!
Cut it out.
My friend wants your number.
Did you see it like when it first came out on Tubi, or did it take like a couple years while it was already out?
I think it took like a couple years. I don't think I saw it right away. I can't even remember when I watched it. Probably like really not that long ago. I hadn't even heard about it at all, so.
I was very late to the Terrifier. I actually saw part 2 first before I went back and watched part 1.
Really?
And yeah, only because I was kind of hating on it without even seeing it, which is bad on my part.
It is bad.
Get over here! All night with you fuck! Enough!
After watching it the first time, I still was like whatever about it. I actually watched it again in theaters. They had like a special screening over here, and after I saw the screening of it in theaters, I was like, okay. I was like, I could get down with this movie. In the beginning, I was just, I don't know, I guess I was judging it too much and not really accepting it to just have fun.
Mm-hmm.
So once I opened my mind a little more and appreciated special effects, stuff like that, you know, I kind of like got into it and I was good.
I think I left my bag downstairs.
Honestly, me, I like part 2 a little more just because of Lauren Lavera. So I wanted to ask you, which one do you prefer, part 1 or 2?
I don't know if I can say which one I like more just because I like them for different things. So like the first one, like if you're in it for the storyline, not the first one, it's going to be the second one. But
Or acting.
That was the longest piss I've ever taken.
Thank you for sharing that.
for like the gore and just the gore, I mean like the first one's pretty good. So I don't think I can pick. I don't know. I like them both a lot, but definitely not for the storyline on the first one at all. It's just like good introduction into art's world, I guess, but that's about it.
Am I the only one that doesn't really care for like that pale girl character? I'm not a fan.
Yeah. I don't understand really what she's there for. Like it doesn't make,
Yeah.
I think it's just to add like a little bit more to the story, I guess, or I don't even know, but I just want to see art. I don't really care about her very much.
Okay, so in part 2, right, there's a point where in the beginning, Art the Clown is the only one can see the pale girl.
Mm-hmm.
But then later on, I don't know how that dimensional barrier was being broken, or if there was something deeper that the director was doing that we don't know about. But if there was, he didn't really like say it or like showed it on screen to make us understand why. I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it, but
I definitely thought only Art could see her. I didn't know that anyone else saw her ever.
exactly. But then like near the end, Sienna's brother,
I think at the end he did contact her a little bit.
he did, right?
I thought so.
Her character's just confusing. I don't know.
Yeah, it could have easily not been added and it would have been still really good, I think.
Right? I
Mhm.
agree 100%. What do you think like Terrifier like sets apart from like other horror franchises?
Well, I mean, there's definitely gory movies out there too, but I just think the way that this one does it is really different. I don't know.
Oh my god, you're never gonna believe what I just heard on the radio.
First of all, it's gotten so popular because I think in the beginning it was just like an independent, like he funded it, maybe like crowdfunded or funded it himself, and now it's huge. Like it wasn't even, but now obviously, like you said, there's like cosplays and like lines at conventions for them. So I think that's really cool just in itself. But I think the gore definitely, I don't know. I think it's a whole other level. He's really creepy.
It is, because it's like, it has to be the practical effects, which is great that these films are getting funded more and more and more. Practical effects is expensive, and him being able to do that, I think really shows how great of an artist he is. And to me, that's my favorite part about the Terrifier. Remember how like early 2000s, like I feel like maybe Eli Roth sparked that whole torture porn type of horror movies.
Yeah.
Like this is what Damien did, basically, is shake the horror world up and do the whole gore
Right.
type of stuff in his films, you know?
Like in Terrifier 2, the bedroom scene where he just like keeps going and going and going. Like
And it's
that's
so long.
just keeps going. Like that's what I like about him.
It's brutal. And it looks good. It
Yeah.
looks good. Like it looks real as fuck. So with these movies, I always feel like Art the Clown is like some supernatural type of human. Maybe like Jason Voorhees, like where they keep killing him, he just keeps finding his way to come back. So do you think Art the Clown would eventually be killed?
I hope not, because I love him. I really hope not. I don't know. That's all I can say. I hope not. I think that they'll always be able to find a way to bring him back if that's what they're gonna do. So
Yeah, why would he kill his baby? That is a dumb question. I guess it just reminds me of like the phases of Jason Voorhees of like part 1 through 4, how he's like just kind of humanish a little bit. You know, it goes on through 6 through 7, 8. He's like this weird demon type of killer. And I feel like Art went through all of that Jason phases in 2 movies.
yeah.
Like he's already like got his head cut off. We know he's in part 3. How the freak did he come back?
Now that I think about it, like I guess I really never even considered the fact that he's like a person. I just saw him as like a clown. Like not even, because like the second one, obviously in the beginning he's not in his costume, and that's the first time I was like, oh yeah, he's like a weird dude underneath, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I love the fact that Art the Clown, he carries a gun. I think it's just hilarious.
That's another thing too, is I just think like just his like mannerisms, I've never seen anything like it. The way that he acts, he's funny. Like I love him. I want to watch him kill people.
Did you hear what I said? Get the hell out of here before I fuck you up.
David Howard Thornton, apparently he has like experience of miming. So
Oh, okay. Well, I can see that for sure.
I think that helped him a lot during the audition.
Yeah.
I don't know if you care, but for me, like I've said, I love Sienna's character. Do you think she could go on in the Terrifier franchise as being this constant character that'll come back over and over, kind of like Sidney Prescott in the Scream franchise?
Yes, I think that she should. I absolutely think she should. Plus, I just like her a lot. I just think that it makes sense for everything to come back to her because, like, with her dad's journal, and there was all this stuff that kind of, like, I remember right after seeing Terrifier 2, where everyone thought, like, maybe Art was her dad, and there was, like, a conspiracy about that online, which I don't think that's true. But we still kind of don't know why she has such a connection to him or why he has such a connection to her. So whatever they do with that, like, I think it could easily turn into, like, her being Sidney Prescott and it always coming back to her.
If they did explore any of this, I couldn't tell, but I never got the feeling of why she was able to basically be the one that possessed this sword to kill Art the Clown.
Right.
It was a dagger, right?
dagger or something. Yeah.
Whatever her dad was telling her in his book, he kind of had, I don't know if he had this vision. I don't know where he comes from.
Is that Daddy's sketchbook?
Look here. Look at this. It's him.
Daddy drew this?
We might need a whole movie on just the dad's past, maybe
yeah.
a prequel of the dad fighting off Art the Clown. That could be also something that can happen. But yeah, I think her coming back over and over would definitely keep the fans strong. She's gonna get tore up every movie. So by like part 4, she might not even look like the same person. But yeah, I wouldn't be upset if she was part of it as a complete franchise. So for part 3, do you have any expectations for Terrifier 3?
I literally have 0 expectations because they're keeping it such a secret. They're doing so well with it that like I just have no idea what's gonna happen. I've seen they've like brought actors on, but I have no idea. Like the Christmas thing kind of throws me off. Who knows?
So yeah, that pretty much wraps up this video about Terrifier. Thank you again so much for joining us, Horror Girl. You guys can find her on Instagram. I don't know if you have any other plugs if you wanted to throw in there.
Pretty much just Instagram, yeah.
And yeah, if you could please like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you all for joining. And until the next video, see you soon.